Hi guys, hey hippies. Alright, so I did just kind of like randomly hop on here because I wanted to go ahead and I guess get this message out and stuff. For starters, I'm going to do my makeup right quick because I am doing my makeup for the day and I'm about to take out like my little two-strand twist. I'm just going to sit here and talk with y'all right quick about kind of what's been going on and everything and like why the shop is still open and all that good stuff. So for starters, the shop is still open because initially I was planning on leaving and going on vacation. So about 6 or 7 weeks ago or so, I had bought a plane ticket to go out to Costa Rica. Now, because I don't talk about it much on here, I know a lot of people don't know, but I've been learning Spanish for years. I've lost a lot of what I learned because I do not put it into practice. And I want to use this trip as like kind of a way to get back to that and like, force myself to speak in Spanish on a regular basis. And also just to kind of clear my head a bit and try to figure out what I really want to do next and where I want to go. Um, but as the time drew closer and it just kind of got closer and closer and stuff, I just started realizing that I don't think that this is really like what I need to be doing right now. Like, I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to do regarding the trip because I want to start doing a little bit more like travel influencer type of things. Getting back to that, I used to do a lot more traveling pre-COVID, and I thought this would be a great way to like kind of kill a couple different birds with one stone. But that's just not how it was working out, and I was not putting in the work that I needed to even like really make it happen. Like I was like kind of sabotaging myself a bit because honestly I knew it wasn't aligned. Like, not saying that it's not meant to happen like a little bit later or anything, but at this point right now it's like it's not meant to happen, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that truly, because I still have my all I did was like push my flight back to September. So it's not like I'm just not going at all. I'm just not going right now. And part of the reason I've been wanting to think and like kind of chill out a bit more and figure out my footing. I got the little Fenty makeup over here. And I was using the Fenty Soft Matte primer, if anyone cares. But and spraying my brush with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. That's what I use to like kind of spread my makeup out. Okay, but part of the reason why I was even going on the trip in the first place was because like I'm not burnt out with crafting, but I do feel myself getting dangerously close. And I don't want to get burnt out, because when I do get burnt out, it takes a lot for me to, kind of get back into the swing of things. And when I lose it, it's like it's because I'm a crafter. It's like it's not good for me to like just kind of lose the urge to craft. Because it's also outside of how I make my money. It's also like something that brings me joy, and I don't want to stop seeing the joy in it. But what I have done is I have kind of boxed myself on my YouTube channel and put myself in this resin niche, which I enjoy. But resin isn't even like the craft that I have the most experience with. Like, it's just the craft that happened to take off on my channel. And because I was so like afraid of like, just kind of putting myself out there and revealing who I am, I hid behind the camera and just like kind of let that flow and do what it does. and I created like a pretty large audience and stuff. I have almost 5,000 subscribers at this point, and I barely show my face on this channel. Like I really just kind of started getting on here and kicking it with y'all. I recently came back to Instagram, but even my page is still private on there because I've been very overwhelmed and overstimulated with dealing with people, and I really had to take a step back. But I'm coming back from that now too. It's like I don't feel the need to hide myself. I don't feel quite as fragile as I did when I kind of first started on this journey, and when you guys kind of started meeting me, being introduced to me and stuff. So now that I'm like out here a bit more, it's like I'm getting to a point where I kind of want to live my life a bit as well and just have a little bit more fun and experiment a bit more. I have over 300 videos on my channel, and I can confidently say that at least 85% of them are crafting videos of me showing like different techniques and stuff like that. And y'all already know that I am not in the business of free promotions. Like, you gotta pay to be over here. It's like, but I got to the point where it's like I've used a lot of like my techniques and stuff. Not saying that I don't have more and can't come up with more, but I've used so many of them, and I'm kind of getting tired of the pressure of having to come up with new ideas and everything. And I'm just not having fun with it. Like I've really spent like 2 years like locked away doing nothing but really growing this channel. And I don't regret it at all. Like it's what I wanted to do, it's what I chose to do, and I went into it with a plan. It's just that now that I have kind of done what I've set out to do, is very much giving like what now? Like what am I gonna do now? So I decided that one of the things that I'm going to do is definitely, like I said, take a step back and start enjoying my life a bit. I'm not saying that I won't be posting tutorials and crafting tutorials, but what I am saying is that they're going to be very far and few between. I'm going to start coming out with more educational and guidance type content, that's not so much focused on the actual creation of the project, but more so on how to run the business and just like kind of the back end of it and different things that you can do within the resin arena and how to monetize and stuff like that. I'm also going to be like putting a lot of work into finding some ambassadors and just like some PR people, because I don't like I do still need my products to be promoted, because at the end of the day, like, I'm still running a business and I'm very much aware of what it takes to run a business and promotion and all that stuff. But this entire time that I have been growing like my channel and my brand, I have always done it with the mindset of this always needs to be delegated at some point. Like I made sure that everything that I do outside of the part of me like getting on here and talking with you on a more personal level, outside of that, everything else associated with my brand can be delegated to someone else. Like I can hire someone else to come and handle whatever it is I need them to handle, so that way it can allow more time for me to be free. And that's kind of where my mind is at now. So I'm looking for a video editor. I want to bring one in to help me out with creating all the videos and stuff, because the footage is like, cool, like I can do that all day. But when it comes to actually sitting down at the laptop and, reviewing the footage like over and over and over, it gets very redundant, it gets very repetitive. I'm ready to go ahead and pass that off. And I'm also ready to like kind of go into the next phase of my business, like with the PR. Like I said, I want to bring on brand ambassadors and stuff like that, so that way you guys can start promoting the products and stuff. I want to, give more creators, especially ones that look like me, the opportunity to like really push their brands and stuff forward. And I'm trying to give you all the tools to do so. So that's what I'm working on behind the scenes right now. Um, with that, I do still have some tutorials that are in progress, and those are still going to be coming out. Of course, like a lot of the stuff that y'all voted on and that I've done the polls for and stuff, those videos are in progress, a lot of them. So, like, there will be more videos coming, but I really want to focus on building the brands of other businesses because, like, even with the business that I run, like the mold shop, it's like I provide molds for other crafters who are out here selling their crafts. So now I just, yeah, like I said, I just really want to focus on the business aspect regarding that. Y'all, I don't, am I, see, I'm at, like, kind of side note, I'm at that weird phase in the summer where, I'm starting to get darker and stuff. So I keep the 420 and the 430 on hand for the foundation shades. But it's like sometimes I'm not sure exactly at what point I should be switching over to the 430, like when it's getting hotter, because obviously I'm getting more tan. And so I'm looking at myself right now, it's like, am I looking a little orange? This is what we got though. So if it don't match now, it'll match in a week or two. It'll match in a week or two. Okay. But another thing that I've been working on is like, just kind of being more open with the pivots and stuff that I'm making within my business and kind of expressing it out loud and kind of sharing these thoughts. Sometimes I feel like people won't be as interested in this part of it. And yeah, that may be true for some viewers, but there are still many of you hippies that do really enjoy this content and find value in it. And that's how you guys are like kind of figuring out what you want to do next and stuff. And this is how I figure out what I want to do next, by watching people who are like kind of experimenting with what I'm trying to do. So I'm not trying to negate the value that I have to offer either. So you're going to be seeing a lot more content of me getting on here, just like kind of telling you guys what's up. One second. Ew, I'm short and I gotta like climb up and down on this chair, y'all. Like my feet are not touching the ground. It's like at least a foot off. I'm like at least a foot away from the ground. But what was I saying? Yeah, so just like stay tuned for the ambassador stuff. I'm going to be doing some polls and everything regarding that. I'm not sure exactly how to go about it, so I'm still doing like a lot of research regarding that because I want it to be something that's beneficial for everyone. So I'll have like, full on like I want to do like kind of two different tiers. So I do want to have like kind of like the PR kits that I send out. And that's basically just going to be for people who may just be starting a YouTube channel, or like just the newer people who are taking it seriously but still haven't been out here too long to really grow a community, because you're not going to be able to grow a community if you're not, kind of putting out content. So I'm going to be providing like different kits and stuff for people like that. It's like, but I also want to do like a full blown like ambassador program as well, which would, allow, I'm not even sure how many people I want to do, like what, maybe about 3 or 4 different people. And do it to where every time I do a new launch, I'm sending out products and stuff previous before the actual molds and stuff become available on the shop. I want these creators to be able to, do their tutorials and start the promotion for it and say, hey, blah blah blah, like I made this using this and da 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 da. Like Courtney Shavante sent it out to me. This is where you can get it too when it launches on X, Y, and Z. Like there's gonna be, like a lot of thought put into it. NDAs will be required, so just kind of look out for that, because I'm very serious when it comes to like how the how information within my brand is handled. It's like I don't play around with people releasing stuff before I am ready to say anything about it. It's like that is the first thing to do to like kind of piss me off. I'm not even gonna lie. But outside of that, it's like, I'm very flexible. It's like I want the creators to have full control of like how they are like really presenting this stuff. It's like it's gonna be very much like this trust type thing. It's like, hey, it's like, give me feedback. It's like, what are your fault, like what's your community saying about these products? It's like, because they might not always like come into my comments being as honest as they want to be. Like, y'all know how it is. It's like what people will say to someone versus what they'll say, when the person isn't necessarily in earshot is completely different. And I really want strong feedback regarding like my products, because that's how it gets better. Yeah, I'm not trying to ramble too much like on that, but yeah, it's like I'm really trying to get this like ambassador thing started. So like I said, be on the lookout for these different post updates that will be coming in the community section. I cannot see. It's like in, just kind of stay to try your best to stay in the know, because I will be opening up like more information and releasing more information as it comes available. Make sure you're signed up for the email, like the email newsletter. I did not send it out Monday just because I wasn't sure exactly how to announce that I wasn't going to be closing the shop down anymore and stuff, and I wasn't ready to like kind of get into the reason why, just because I was still working out in my head. But yeah, so that's what's happening with that. What else is going on? There's gonna be like, just some more changes to my content too. I did have a second channel which I hadn't posted about, but I do have a second channel. I'm probably going to like, just kind of nip that in the bud though, just because I don't see the point in having a separate channel. Um, one second. Oh snap. My bad, y'all. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And see, I completely understand that. Different brands, like, obviously have different rules like for engagement and stuff, and some people don't want their stuff posted, but trust and believe, if I send it to you, I definitely want it posted. It's like I most definitely want it posted. It's just that there's guidelines to how it should be posted and like when it should be posted. So if I say, hey, like, I'm going to be sending, like, for example, if I say I'm going to be sending you this in June and the campaign starts in July, that means you spend June like preparing like whatever content it is that you need to create, and then in July, that's when you start saying like, hey, like blah blah blah, this is when, like, this is what I got, this is who sent it to me, like, just kind of stuff like that. But that's another thing like within content creation, because every brand wants something different. It's very important to have clear and open communication with who you're working with. And I don't want this to be something that people are just jumping towards just because they're interested in free product. Like, baby, like, if you want a free product that bad, it's like you could have went the PR route. It's like there's so many people out here giving out free product. It's like it is not that deep. I just personally don't work for free product, but it's like people are out here giving it out. I don't do it for big brands, I should say that. It's like I do work with like, smaller businesses and stuff, but like that's a whole nother story. But as far as these Amazon brands, it's like definitely reach out to them. It's like they are giving it out for the free. They're giving it out for the free. Even with the resin and stuff, it's like I have people who message me all the time like trying to get me to promote their resin for free. I'm just like, respectfully, I've never used your resin, and I don't see the point in me promoting your resin when I'm sitting here saying you have like, you got like 3,000 views. I'm sorry, yeah, 3,000 reviews on Amazon, and it's telling me that like 2,000 people have bought this product within the last like what 90 days. Baby, you don't need me to do nothing for free. It's like what you need to do is pay me. It's like, so that's like the way I see it regarding that. But as far as like these smaller companies and stuff, it's like understand that a lot of them are working from their house and stuff, and if they're sending you out free product, it's like they have sent it out with intention more than likely. So it's very, trying to think of a nice word for assholish, but it's yeah, it's very much that if you really sit there and just go around taking a product from small businesses with no intention on actually like working with them and like really trying to promote their product, it's like, why were you even there like trying to sell people a dream? But people don't really, people lack morals. Yeah, communication is very important for both ends, and I think that's also why it's important to have it established before products even exchanged at all. Like, you should already know like what to expect from this person, and you should have already expressed that to the person too. So I would never like send, it's trial and error too, because like, when you're first going to something, you don't get it. It's like, but I have sent stuff out before, and I'm not gonna return on my investment in anything, and it sucks, but it's a lot. That's what you call a bought lesson. Like, just don't send out anything of super high value when you can't afford it. Don't send out anything that's going to hurt you. Like, if it's going to hurt, then you probably need to find a different way to go about finding promotion for your business. Exactly. It's like they have all these marketing budgets and stuff. Like, come on, like a lot of these companies are really getting off. It's like they're used to spending millions of dollars to be able to put ads on TVs. But you trying to tell me you want to come over here and give me $50? And a lot of them don't even be trying to offer the $50. It's like they just want to say, well, we'll repost it. It's like, baby, if your repost was worth anything, then you would have been posting in the first place. It's like you didn't need me. Like, bye. But yeah. So, working on that. The other reason why I'm taking a step back from these tutorials as well is because I have decided to, go back to school. I reapplied back in like November, December, I can't remember when, but I'm very excited because I will be going back for a fall semester, and I haven't been back in school in a good bit. Like, obviously, like it's been a very, very long time since I've been in anybody's school. And I'm excited to get back because the things that I was struggling with when I first started, like one being young, and then I got pregnant with my son at 18, and I had him at 19. So like when I was in school in my like early 20s and like late teen years, it was very difficult for me to pay attention like the needs that I had to meet for my son, and warming up bottles and changing diapers and all that stuff, and then doing it as a single teen mom. Like, I don't know how you I don't know how a lot of these women have gone through college like with like I'll see them with like 3 kids, and they be working 2 jobs, and I'm just like, girl, more power to you. It's like, cuz it was not me. It was not me is all I'm going to say, and I'm very proud of them, and I don't know how they found the energy to do so, but I did not. And mm-mm, I just didn't. But I'm also thankful that now I'm going into it with a much clearer mind. It's like I have a much better understanding of what I actually want out of my life. There's not this, oh, I just have to, find a career real fast because I have this baby to take care of. And now, like, things just have to happen right now, right now, right now. It's like now I'm doing more so what moves me. I've been able to kind of create this, income for myself just by being on here and being more real and honest about what I have going on. And I kind of want to share, that process with people. I want to, talk about what it's like being in school at 30. And well, I'm 31 now, but I want to talk about like kind of the differences and stuff. And I'm also not so afraid to talk about it. I'm getting over a lot of fears and limiting beliefs that I had regarding talking about my plans and opening up about them, just because I felt like people were going to like latch on to it and get in my way and try to stunt my growth. And I just had these very negative thoughts about what people would do with the information that I am sharing about what I want for me. And now I just don't care so much anymore. It's like I don't feel like they matter anymore. I don't feel like what people think of what I want to do affects anything at all anymore. If anything, is I'm just like kind of transmuting that energy. It's like, please gas me. Like, please keep telling me what you think I can and can't do. It's like, please. Oh, I'm not ready. Not ready for my hair yet. I took that off too soon. It's like, but please keep doubting me. It's like, please keep trying to throw shade. Please keep trying to say what I can and can't do, because I'm going to show you different every time. And like, I love that for me. I love that for me. And I can't wait to like really do what I want to do in school, most importantly. Like, so my major is Bachelor of Arts in, well, I'm going for not my major, so I'm going for my Bachelor of Arts in World Language. Spanish is the language that I am, I guess majoring in and everything. But I have also been learning Arabic. So, since that's a completely different writing system, like, that's a learning curve within itself. But I'm really good at Spanish and I've been doing it for years. It's like I've been trying to learn languages for years. I've been wanting to travel like all my life. It's like, why am I not going to school for something that aids me in that? It's like I keep trying to go to school for something that makes sense on paper to other people instead of going to school for something that makes sense to me and aligns with my goals and what I want to do with my life. So I know that I want to sit I know I just want to travel the world. I know I want to go talking with different people. I want to visit every single country on the planet. I feel like that would be so dope. I want to learn as many languages as I possibly can so that way I can communicate with people in their native tongue. And I just want to get to know other cultures. I want to experience other cultures. I want to see other beautiful things. And I just want to like really travel in a non-touristy way. Like, not saying I don't want to do some touristy things. There's certain attractions that, just attract everyone. But overall, I really just want to enjoy my life traveling. And I believe I can monetize that. It's like I thoroughly believe that. So that's what I am working on. Like, that's what I'm working on. So you're probably going to see a lot more like school type content coming from me. Um, I'm not sure if I'm going to share like the school I'll be going to, but I do want to start getting on here, opening up about like, kind of my process and everything, and like the different struggles I'm facing as a student, and just like the whole getting back re-enrolled process and what that has looked like for me. Because although like I have like a lot of credits and stuff, like I have like a good amount of credits, I still have issues with financial aid just because of some of the mistakes and everything that I have made earlier on, and just some bad decisions that I've made regarding school, like going in, not finishing, dropping out, like all that stuff. Like that stuff sticks with you, and that stuff, like, carries with you. And that's a lot of stuff that I didn't quite really understand the impact of, like, when I was doing it early on. So even outside of people who are my age that are thinking about going back to school, I hope that this will be a good resource for people who are starting school, and a lot of them who are, and not really thinking about, what they're going to be doing with said degree and how they're going to use it and what it does to your credit when you are, not really doing what you're supposed to do and just playing around. It's like, because it's not something to play around with, it's a serious debt that you're taking on. All right, so I think I'm finished with my face now, so I'm just about to go ahead and hit it with that good old setting spray. All right. Thank you. And I've heard that it's a lot easier now. You know, everything's getting a lot easier. And a lot of the time I realized that school, it wasn't hard for me because the work was hard. I was unmotivated. Like a lot of the times school really just filters out the people who are able to push past a lot of the mental blocks. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. It's just, I'm just saying that I recognize that for what it is. And I don't think that school necessarily measures like how smart a person is, but it does measure like how willing you are to stick to something to, just kind of get to the other side. And I think that's very important. And it definitely shows like, like a certain mindset. It reveals a certain mindset. I love Duolingo. I haven't been on there much recently. I need to get the super plan. I don't want to pay for it. I ain't gonna lie. So Duolingo, like you out here, if you listening, like get hook me up with that super plan so that I can get on here and talk about all the languages I have learned because of y'all. Because like those ads be tripping me up, baby. It's like I don't be interested in watching all those ads all the time. It's like so it'll stop me from like really practicing on there. But that's actually how I got started with, Arabic and stuff. I started Spanish in school. But the reason I like Duolingo is because I love that it gives me the foundation of the language. I hate when I'm trying to learn a language and people just kind of start with phrases and stuff because I'm not that type of learner. I need a breakdown of the phonics and I need you to explain the letters to me. I need to know how they sound and like really get into it. Yeah, a lot of people quit when things get difficult, and that goes through to so many different things. Because if you want to be real, like I hear, like outside of school on YouTube is something I hear that a lot with. Creators talk all the time about how horrible their first few videos did and how no one really cared about it and no one was really checking for it. And these are people who have like millions of followers now. And they say the only difference between them and the person who don't have the channel a lot of the times is that they literally just kept going. Like they just kept going. And people will tell you all the time that with the YouTube thing, they didn't start seeing success till like what 4 or 5 years in sometimes. And that's about the time it takes to get a whole college degree. And if people would just stop looking for a way to make things happen so quickly, then they would be able to really enjoy the process and then stumble upon the fruits of their labor. And I'm not saying that that's easy because to be honest, even I've gotten caught up with the whole timing thing at one point. It's like I don't really care quite so much anymore. But like earlier on, like it was more so upsetting for me, trying to get people to like, pay attention to me on here. But eh, it's what it is. But I'm taking the mentality that I've used with this YouTube channel into school with me. Yeah, and then with social media, instant gratification has gotten so much worse. Having access to the internet, people are so used to being able to have things instantaneously, and that's just not how stuff works. Like, and you're seeing it reflected in so many different ways. Like, even when I Etsy, for example. So Etsy, as a lot of you know, they have free shipping for orders over $35. Now, the reason why they do that is because they want people sending their products out faster, and a lot of people are attracted to the whole instant gratification thing. So what they do on the back end is try to make us send out packages faster. They penalize us when we don't. We show up lower in the search ranks and everything. It's like there's a lot of little stuff that has come out from people, just having such short attention spans. Like, even look at TikTok and stuff. Like, you see people and advertisers and companies struggling to advertise on TikTok because they cannot hold people's attention. And there's going to be a comeback with that, because a lot of people are also getting overwhelmed and fatigued. Like, they're tired of taking in so much content and still feeling like they haven't really gotten much. Because, like, let's be real, like, how much are you really getting from like a 60-second clip? I know it's entertaining. Like, I have a TikTok account too. It's like, I'm guilty of it. It's like, but how much value can you really get from a 60-second video? And when you're sitting there taking in hundreds of 60-second videos, and you realize that you spent all this time and have gotten very little, it starts creating feelings within you. I'm so happy that my tutorials could help you and stuff. Like, I really just wanted to get on here and show something different. When I first got on YouTube tutorials, because I had never looked at a resin tutorial before I started. I stumbled into resin because I just wanted to make a bong. I wanted to make myself a bong, and that's how I got here. I got here because I wanted a bong to smoke out of. Like, and I was trying to find something to hold the glitter in place. Like, so after I got all the glitter and the pieces and stuff on there, I needed to find a way to seal the glitter in. And then that's when I came across epoxy. Now, I still hadn't gone on YouTube and seen like how it is working. But I bought the epoxy and stuff, read the directions. I was just like, okay. I started playing with it. Also started using it to, coat the Dollar Tree trays, because y'all remember when that was the craze, when everyone was buying Dollar Tree trays, like printing stickers, putting them on there, and then covering it in epoxy. Like, that was a big trend. I did have, like, a couple of those trays that I had did earlier on too. But I really got bored with like what I saw people doing. I was just like, I can't just be placing stickers all day. It's like, this ain't gonna keep me entertained. And then COVID and stuff. So I went and bought some ashtray molds. Like, I bought some ashtray molds because I seen some people on Instagram like using them and stuff. And I was just like, okay. So that's when I started playing with it. And like, I didn't even know what, like, I remember the first time a flash cure happened, like, I was just like, oh shit. Like, I had no idea that that could happen because I had never seen a tutorial. It's like, and the warning was not on the box at that point. Like, because like, it was just like, it was a mess. So like, I was just like, okay. So I was just like, maybe I need to work, like, I got sense. So I was just like, maybe I need to work quicker, because I saw it getting hotter too. I know, like, as it's getting hotter, it's getting harder. And I was just like, oh, so is that how it works? Like, because I'm thinking like, maybe it's just like, how you leave ice and it just like slow, like you put ice in the freezer, it doesn't like just instantly freeze and get cold and stuff. It just gets cooler and then it gets hard over time. So like, I'm just thinking that's what's happening first. Like, it was not. And still, like, still never thought to get on YouTube and figure out what was going on. But I got my feet in my footing right and stuff, and I kind of started creating, and that's when I started with learning how to like just do like layers and stuff like that. And I started with layers, and I started having fun with it. Once I learned how to layer resin and just like waiting in between cures, like that's when it really took off for me. And that's when I started really putting some work out that I had never seen anyone else doing. And that's part of the reason why, I got so cocky and why I am so cocky about my work. It's like, and won't stop. It's like, it's always going to be like this because a lot of these people out here can't do what I do. It's like they're copying what I do. They can't do what I do. I taught them what they learned. And because I know that I started a lot of these trends and stuff, it's like I'm not going to pretend that I didn't, essentially. So that led me like what happened? Like how did I get onto YouTube? Like what happened was I needed to learn how to make my own foils because this foil shop had pissed me off on Etsy, child. It's like this foil shop had me heated. Like, so I was like, oh nah, this the last time like I ordered foils from anybody. So like I went on YouTube, learned how to make foils, but that's when I stumbled across like resin content and stuff, and people were making tutorials. And I'm looking at the tutorials, I'm just like, oh, they're not doing none of the stuff that I'm doing. Like, let me go ahead and like bring it on here. So like that's when I like, came on, I did my tray. And the first video that I did regarding the tray, like, it got some traction and stuff, but it took a while for it to like really hit. I posted that video on I think December 2020, and I didn't post a follow-up tutorial for like 2 or 3 more months. But like it really just kind of took off from there. Now I don't it didn't take off as fast as some, like, other pages will, if you will, but it did definitely take off. I was just like, oh, okay, I did something here. So that's why I just kind of kept going. So from there, I just kind of dedicated myself to creating a catalog. I was very, very adamant about putting a catalog out because I always knew I wanted to step away. But I knew that when I stepped away, I needed stuff for people to binge because as someone who binges a lot of content, I understood the importance of having binge worthy content. So I made sure that if someone was really interested in, learning from me, that they would be able to go to my page and sit there for hours and hours and hours on end and see so many different things and so many different types of, just like tricks, techniques, and different options of like resin work. And that's actually when I really started opening up because into different types of projects, because before I only did ashtrays and bongs, really. And like if it wasn't relating to smoking, like I was not making it. So that's how I started like playing with other stuff and everything. Like I didn't even start like those dominoes. I have like 2 dominoes set. Like I low key regret giving away my well, I guess selling my domino molds, because like both of my domino videos are doing numbers. Like y'all ate that up, and I was just like, really? I didn't even know that many people knew how to play dominoes. And so that was nice. Yeah, that flash curing is no joke. Like, yeah, and the custom grinders is like, see, like, you get it. Like, y'all get it. It's like, I came here for the ashtrays. I just stumbled onto everything else, okay? Like, it's like, I just wanted an ashtray that let people know that I wasn't your average smoker. Like, okay? Like, I was having my fun. Oops, that broke. I be trying to save my rubber bands because who got time to be buying rubber bands all the time? Like, and then I never know I need them until I actually need them. It's like I don't be remembering just to go buy rubber bands. It's like, so I try to reuse them when I can. Oh, But I have, in case anyone's curious, I have 93 locks. I'm taking them out of like two strand twist right now. I did like a wash, a really good wash, and let it sit for a bit with the two strand twist after I get in here and do like the retwist, obviously. But yeah, so like I'm not afraid to like pivot with my brand and stuff. At first, like it used to be something that was so embarrassing because it was just like I done told people that I'm doing X, Y, and Z. Now they're gonna be wondering why I didn't do X, Y, and Z. It's gonna make me look unreliable. But it actually does the opposite. Like it shows that businesses are like it's this whole living and breathing entity. And I think that should be respected. You don't expect a 1 year old to behave the same way when they turn 5 years old. So why would you expect your business to look exactly the same as it did when you first started? Like it won't. Like that's just it's just not possible. So with that being said, ignore people who are not running shit. It's like they go to work every day. They've never thought once about the idea of what it would really take to run a business. They have never put themselves out there and said, "Hey, I'm doing this." They're so afraid to step, not all of them. Like please understand that this isn't like a one shoe fits all thing. I don't feel this way about everyone who works a 9 to 5. But there, I mean more so the people who work their 9 to 5s and judge you for, switching things up and understanding when to pivot. Don't let someone who isn't required to pivot in their life tell you what pivoting should look like. They have no idea like what it is that you're taking on. They have no idea how to make it work. And if they talking shit, they probably not buying your products in the first place. It's like, so why do you care? Why do you care? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. And that's exactly why I'm over here doing makeup and taking the stuff out my hair. Cause baby, when I tell you this Instagram, like we about to I'm about to take it back. I'm about to take it back. Cause I don't even know when I got to the point of where I'm afraid to talk about what I'm doing and what I got going on. It's like, when did that happen? It's like, when did that happen? It's like, if anything, I talk too much on the internet. I don't want to talk too much to like just shutting up. And I'm not like, I don't shut up. Like, it's just so weird. I don't really know how to say it sometimes, but all I know is that I'm about to get back on here with this influencer shit and really like just doing what I do. It's like, so I put in too much work. It's like I'm literally doing all the things that I have been wanting to do. My biggest thing was making sure that I had the freedom to live my life on the terms that I wanted to live them on. It's like, so why am I not living it? It's like I really be in my room and stuff, like just kind of thinking and sad about shit that I have no reason to really be sad about. And just like being in my feelings over things that don't matter and that I don't even really care about at the end of the day. Like I was just in a weird place because like I said, it's like I built my YouTube channel to a certain point and I intentionally got it here. And now that I'm here, it was just giving, okay, what now? All right, what do I do now? What do I do now? And I wasn't sure what to do next. But now I know. Go have the fun that I literally created and carved this space out for. And it's like, who sits there for 2 years and saying, like, just wait on it, just wait on it, just wait on it, only to have nothing popping off, like, when the time gets here. It's like, so, baby, I'm outside. I am outside. The only thing I have time to do consistently is process y'all orders and send out that a monthly newsletter. But that's not monthly, I'm sorry, weekly. Weekly. It's like, so keep an eye out for that. It's like, because we're doing specials all summer. We're doing specials all summer, because I will be paying out of pocket for my bad decisions that I made in my earlier years at school. So I'm going to be running a lot of sales and stuff, and I'm just going to be talking about the processes of that stuff more. And I'm going to be on Instagram, like, because now we got to get into this influencer bag a bit, and now I have a reason, like, kind of up under me that actually motivates me. Because I ain't gonna, like, honestly, male attention isn't enough for me to be a baddie anymore, if you will. It don't do it for me. It's like sometimes I be out and I be so irritated, and like God come up to me, I'm just like, bro, I ain't got the you know what on me. I left it at home. Like how you leave your genitalia at home? You don't. It's like, but that is dead ass what I will tell them. It's like I ain't got it on me, bro. Don't even come sniffing over here. I left it at home under lock and key. But yeah. So I am uh the worst part about these dang two strand twists and my hair being at like the size that it is, I be trying my best to make sure I get them all out, but I'm never honestly quite confident that I do. There's been times I walked around like with a for like a week with one of these twists still in my head because I ain't know it was there. And it blends in and it looks very similar to the ones that are taking it loose. So if y'all see any, let me know. Let me know. Anything there? Because I'll ask my son and he'll claim he don't see nothing. And then I find it. I'm just like, Wanda Sykes it. And you're right, it should evolve. It definitely does show growth. Like, it definitely shows growth. And I'm afraid of people who aren't willing to show their growth, and that's why I'm trying to show mine a bit more. It's like I want to be a little more upfront and honest about what I got going on. It's like I'm tired of, like, not posting me. It's like I'll sit here, I'll get ready to post a picture on here sometimes because I'm trying to utilize my YouTube account in the manner which I kind of use the other ones a bit. So I want to do like more fun posts. It's like, hey y'all, like I'm out here, blah 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 blah. Like we're doing this. It's and just like maybe I'm at the park. I just want to show a picture of me at the park, and I don't want to sit here and be like, well, I do resin. Maybe they don't care about me being at the park. Like I don't give a damn. It's like that's where I'm at now. It's like so. I hope you like me at the park. I like me at the park. And I like you if you like me at the park. But okay, I think I got them all. I think I got them all. I still need to put a little bit of oil on my scalp though. I need to mix some more oil. Y'all see that? That's what I got. But my hair is getting so long. I'm so happy. Yeah, buddy. And see, like this is the energy that I want to be coming with all summer. It's like I'm so tired of having my hair wrapped up in my sweatpants, acting like I don't be in the gym. And that's another thing. Like I've been in this, like when I tell y'all this body is snatched, like I have been in the gym, like doing my damn thing. Okay. And back when I had my son, like within his first year, there was this picture that I saved to my Pinterest account. And I'm probably gonna post it within the community chat. So if you're still here and you see in the community and everything, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it was my motivation picture after I had him. And I'll be damned if I didn't look in the mirror the other day and realize that I hit it. I need a new motivation picture. It's like I literally went and created the body that I wanted, what, like 10 years ago or so, and I'm happy. Like I am so happy. I bought this swimsuit that I was like working towards, and it's been sitting on my wall this whole time, and I've been like just kind of putting the work in to make sure that it fits and everything. And I'm ready to hit some beaches. I'm just ready to live my life. And I'm ready to like kind of share it a bit more. I'm ready for people to get to know me outside of ashtrays. And yeah, yeah. So like that's really it. I don't know exactly what I'm getting into today, but I do know that's probably not gonna be nothing too crazy because I got the boys with me. Like my son's here and his brother's here. I'm on baby duty. Well, they're not even really babies. They're like preteens, but still, they still need care. So as far as I'm concerned, baby duty. But it's like I want to go out this weekend. I want to have some fun. I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And like I said, I just want to enjoy the free time that I have carved and allowed for myself because it was not easy getting here. Like, it wasn't easy setting none of this stuff up. Like, despite what a lot of people will, try to say and act like, it wasn't easy. It may not have been quite so physically demanding, but it definitely was not easy. There was a lot of whole things that had to happen mentally to get me here. There was a lot I had to sacrifice, and I still feel the effects of said sacrifices. Like, but the pay, like I said, the payoff, because my freedom has been the most valuable thing to me. And that's also why I feel so confident about being able to go to school, because I have so much freedom available to me now. I'm able to think, I'm able to like really pay attention to what's going on around me and like really take it in. I feel confident talking to my advisors. I don't feel like they're just like kind of pushing me around and stuff because I don't know what I want out of my life. So of course, if I'm sitting here saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be in school, I'm gonna be in school," but I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. It's like they're gonna create something that they want for me, something that they see on me, and that's not happening no more. It's like this is me like taking full control of everything. Exactly, and that was like that's kind of what I had to confront myself with. It's like I'm really, why would I do this to myself? It's like because now I'm sitting here looking stupid. It's like because the time is still here. It's like the time is still here, but now I just look crazy. I do need to go to Hobby Lobby though, because I need to get some tissue paper. I ran out of tissue paper to wrap y'all's molds, and all the orders that I have right now have been completed and poured, but I don't have the stuff to ship it in. So I'm about to go get that stuff and work on that. I yeah, still gotta put some clothes on and stuff. Ooh, like I love how my hair looks outside the twist. Like I don't like wearing my twist, and it really blows me. I know I can admit that I'm being a hater right now, but it blows me that the girlies are out here like doing the weave with the two-strand twist, like looking like the little two-strand locks and stuff. Just because I dislike the style so much, it's just like a little prep style for me. I'm just like, ugh, you don't get to enjoy what I don't like. But is what it is, child. Is what it is. I was gonna do my lashes, but I don't know if I want to. I don't want to. I don't want to do my lashes, so I'm not gonna do my lashes. But I have switched over to the cluster lashes. Oh shit! 1 second. You know, that's probably my sign. It's probably time to go. It's probably time to go. Mm-hmm. Before I hurt myself. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll talk a little bit more and everything. I have more stuff that I do want to get out here and like make videos on. And you're gonna see like a lot of different types of content coming from me as well. Like I want to start talking about some more real life stuff as well, because there's some things that I have like, you know, kind of figured out on my own, and just like little different things that I have picked up on and practiced and put into play just based off of my observations and just like moving through the world, dealing with women, dealing with men, like romantically, platonically, like, you know, parents and like all that. And I have some very specific views, like, and situational type stuff that I really want to dig into. And I'm working on really forming that and formatting it in a way that's actually beneficial, in a way that's easy to digest and take in as well. Because I feel like I said, I feel like I have a lot of value to share there. I have a lot of dating experience. I have a lot of dating experience, especially. And just being out here dealing with people, and someone who, as someone who I feel like doesn't under like who doesn't quite understand the laws of socializing, if you will. I've had to get out here and really like pick up on learn it. They didn't come instinctively. It's like, so the way I see things sometimes, it's like it's so black and white, but I understand that that's not the way that other people see it. So I'm working on how to express these thoughts in a way that don't come off rude or mean or